at Neyland Stadium in Knoxville. Over 95,000 fans are on hand, enjoying one of football's great college rivalries. The University of Alabama ranked second in the nation, the University of Tennessee. The pride of the Southland band forming the giant T, stretching from the corridor on the east side of the football field to the west side. And now, with orange balloons soaring into the sky, it's football time in Tennessee. And you get a chance to experience the thrill of racing onto the field through the giant T. Now, looking into the sky where the orange balloons go.
From Knoxville, Tennessee, this is John Ward with Bill Anderson to send you the play-by-play. Bill, Alabama receiving the kickoff. What do you look for early?
Well, I don't think Alabama, sometimes we have seen them come out with trying to throw a big bomb on the first play of the ball game. Tennessee, I'm sure, will be tense up there and expecting that because it's happened to them several times. Other than that, I think they'll probably just go with their steady steps and try to get a picture of feel of what Tennessee's going to give them on defense.
Alabama wearing white uniforms with crimson numerals. Tennessee wearing all orange jerseys and orange football pants with white numerals. Seat for Alabama to receive is Caruth back there, who has averaged 15.5 yards per return this year as a kickoff returner. And Joey Jones also is back there. Normally, it would be Turner and Moore deep. Changing around a little bit from its normal situation as Suad Reve kicks off, and he drills this one 10 yards deep into the end zone and on through. So Alabama will have the ball first down and 10 to go at its 20. There is a wind here. I was down on the field about 45 minutes ago, and there is a decided wind, but it's sort of swirling. Looking over the defense. Long count. Lewis. Fumble. There's a battle for the football near the 14-yard line, down to the 11-yard line. The football has been recovered by Tennessee at the 11-yard line. Mike Castile comes out of there with the football, and the Volunteers, forcing an error on the first play from scrimmage, will have it first down and 10 to go at the Crimson Tide 11-yard line. Lewis giving it. He fakes to the fullback, and Tennessee will have it first down and 10 at the Alabama 11. Cockrell, handoff fullback, banging up the middle, driving with that football furnace, spinning, driving, landing, battles his way down to the 6-yard line before he's nailed by Robbie Jones, blocking up front by James, Streno, and Furnace. Let's take a look at the defensive line for Alabama. They were scheduled to start. We've had some changes, of course, in this near goal line situation. Pitt, Klein, Rodriguez, Edwards, and Wood. Linebackers Jones and Lowe. Now they come with a middle guard, Elias, so they've got a 6-man front. Tennessee will have it. Second down 5 at the Alabama 6. 3 wideouts in the football game. Handoff fullback, Furnace for 1 yard to the 5. He's tackled by Randy Edwards and Rodriguez as the ball runs Furnace behind Glenn Streno and Mike Furnace. Mike and Doug are brothers, of course. And it was recovered by Tennessee. Now the Volunteers have run it straight up the middle twice. Chuck Coleman is in the game as the tailback. The Volunteers have 3 wideouts, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Quarterback is Cockrell. 8-man line, Alabama. Cockrell back to throw. Gets some pressure. Looking pass into the end zone. Incomplete. It was intended for Darrell Wilson. The pass is incomplete. And so Tennessee will be inserting Suad Reve. Reve coming into the football game. Castile defending. Although Wilson had half a step on him, but the pass led him just ever so slightly. And so it will be Tennessee going for a field goal from the 12-yard line at the left hash mark. Tim Rumsey will be in to snap. John Warren will be holding. And Reve, who this year is 8 of 10, will be attempting the field goal. Alabama masked to rush. This will be a 22-yard attempt. It's down. Reve gets it in the air. The kick by Reve is good. There's 5 out on the field with a score. Tennessee 3, Alabama nothing. Alabama fumbled the ball. It was recovered by Tennessee at the Alabama 11. The balls ran up the middle twice, going for 5, then for 1. On third down.
Tennessee 3, Alabama nothing. The Volunteers converting the turnover into a field goal. Now Alabama receiving. And there again, Reve's driving it through the end zone.
in the wishbone. Caruth, Moore, and Carter running backs behind quarterback Lewis. Tennessee in a 5-man front. Lewis back to throw. Lewis waiting. Here's a pass down and out. It is complete. 35. Up to the 40. Down to the 46. And tackled as he gets to the 46-yard line is Joe Carter. So Alabama does come out swinging after falling behind by 3. And Carter came right open along the right sideline. He was tackled, actually pinned by Joe Cofer and Lee Jenkins. But Alabama goes on its first actual, well, the second play from scrimmage, the first offensive effort, really. Goes for 27 yards and a first down. Grogan, the tight end, splits to the right side. They're in the wishbone with Jones wide left. Handoff draw with the ball. Moore runs through one tackle, makes it to the 48-yard line, is belted as he gets out there to the 48-yard line. That was Caruth, not Moore, carrying the ball. 16-26. The tackle made by Bates. And also helping was Reggie White. It will be second down and 8 after a pickup of 2 by Caruth. On the right hash mark. Back to throw Lewis. Here comes pressure. Lewis is going to be sacked. He is sacked behind the line of scrimmage at the 46. Could have been hit at the 45. Great effort by Lewis to scamper forward and lose only 2. First man there, Mike Terry. Second man, Reggie White. They'll spot the ball actually closer to the 47, where it will become third down and 10 for Alabama. The Vols lead the Crimson Tide 3-0. After recovering a tied fumble at the 11 on the first play from scrimmage. Alabama big third down try. Here they come to the line. Lewis at quarterback. About 6 yards left and right, staying in the wishbone. Lewis hand off with the ball, moving to the right side of the line and score. More to midfield and on to the 48-yard line. Tackle as he gets to the 48 by Mike Terry and Steve Cruz. Fourth down upcoming. Into the game for Alabama will come Malcolm Simmons. He's averaging 44.8 yards per punt. Deep for Tennessee drifts Willie Goff. He'll be punting into a breeze if indeed he punts. It will be fourth down and 6. Snap, punt away by Simmons. He sails one toward the far side. It is going to go out of bounds. Great punt. They'll line it up, and it will be inside the 10-yard line. Put it at the 8. Excellent punt by Simmons. 40 yards, but the direction is the thing. So now Tennessee is backed up inside its 10 after the exchange of the punt. Fine punt, Bill, by Simmons. A 4-man front against Tennessee, splitting the running backs. Hand off for the ball to the left halfback. He got a couple of yards. That's Chuck Coleman, who's starting. He's a junior from Louisville, Kentucky. Runs into Edwards and Klein as Tennessee running behind Singer, James Streno, Furness, and Matthews has moved the ball for 2 yards. It will be second down and 8. The ball is spotted on the east or left hash mark as Tennessee is moving north to south. Back to throw is Cockrell. Cockrell looking across the middle. It is going to be intercepted. Alabama at the 32. With the ball, Castillo back to the 30. Gets the block to the 25. Steps back to the 20. Is tackled as he gets to the 19-yard line. Alan Cockrell there on the tackle. But Cockrell throwing the ball as cutting through the secondary comes Tennessee's Darrell Wilson, and Castillo, who has intercepted 4 passes this year, has picked off his 5th. He was in perfect position, and then he returns the interception 13 yards. Wishbone attack. Power to the left with a tight end. Fullback is Ricky Moore. This is Lewis. Pitching on the right side. 15, 10. There goes Caruth all the way down to the 7-yard line. Great pitch by Lewis. Committing the end as he kept on the option, and then swinging wide to the right side. The pitch went 8-10 yards to Caruth, and Caruth rambles downfield. They march the ball at the 7-yard line, at which point it will be for the Crimson Tide. First down and goal to go. Bill Anderson.
Beautiful execution by the quarterback, Lewis, that time, John. He strung it right out to the last minute until he was tackled, and he popped it out to the pitch man. Nobody out there taking him.
Now it's the line. Alabama comes out of the wishbone. Single running back Moore. Now they'll send a man in motion to the left side. Handoff goes to Moore, and the big 235-pounder bombs the middle and moves it past the 5-yard line. They'll stack it at the 4. He was stopped by Reggie White and Duan Henry with help from Chris Wampler, who sat out last week's game with the injured ankle. He's back in service this week. And in the middle, it's now Wampler, Kluge, and White. Alabama will have the ball second down and goal, trailing 3-0 at the top.
He gets 2 yards. Second and goal. Pitch will be Carter. Touchdown, Alabama. Alabama leading 6-3, and here is Peter Kim to attempt the extra point. There you see it. It's
is good. Time out of the field. The score, Alabama 7, Tennessee 3. Alabama moves 19 yards in 3 plays, using 1 minute and 3 seconds to score the go-ahead touchdown. It's now Alabama 7, Tennessee 3. The Vols scored first on a 22-yard field goal by Revés after Tennessee recovered an Alabama fumble. Kickoff, Alabama. Dolph backs up, pulls it down 3 yards deep. 5, 10, 15, 20, goes to the outside, 25, out to the 26-yard line. Tackled as he gets to the 26 by Tommy Wilcox. Roosevelt Hill helping out. Alabama has an outstanding defensive secondary. The return officially 27 yards. Jeremiah Castile, who intercepted the pass a moment ago, a senior at corner. Gerald Sprinkle, a senior at the other corner. Tommy Wilcox, a senior at safety, and Rocky Colburn, who is a sophomore, is the other safety back. Tennessee trailing 7-3. 9:24 to go in the first period of the game at Knoxville. Beautiful, beautiful day for football. Alabama in a 5-man front. Cockrell, quick pass, caught. Pulled down at the 31-yard line by Galt. He then spins as he fights forward for 2 more yards. Out past the 32, close to the 33. Castile making the stop on him. Castile is defending on the left side. Just an outstanding cornerback. The Vols on the play, however, pick up 6 yards on the quick flip to Galt. Again, Galt widens out to the right side. Turning left for Tennessee, Taylor and Wilson. Alabama in a 4-man front. Tennessee second down. Pitch goes to the tailback, to the 32, to the 34, to the 35, to the 37-yard line. Diving forward comes Coleman. It will be close to a first down. I think it will be a first down as Eddie Lowe and Jackie Klein team up on the tackle. The score in the game is 7-3.
They play with 3 wideouts most of all the time.
Gerald Sprinkle does a good job keeping him contained. Last year he did that and scored a touchdown.
He sure did. Real fine job of Gerald on that play. They're going to get open, but they're going to get open some with people with that kind of speed.
That's some kind of speed.
Great support, pursuit there by all of them. He's a wiggly little rascal, too. He's not so little. They come right back over and over and over. They'll repeat. They don't care. They go to one side and come to the other side. The option play. He doesn't. I think he kept it once. There's really no option. It's a pitch, I think. Fake kid, throw to this side.
Stan Gay makes an
fine
excellent
play by
defensive play.
Stan Gay. Excellent play by Stan Gay from Tuskegee. He's a senior. So they punt now. I was surprised they didn't go for the field goal from there.
The way their kicker was kicking before the game, I think they could have kicked the field goal almost from anywhere.
Yeah, I saw him kicking from the 50-yard line. They're going through there.
Paul Caruth makes a nice run, 6 yards.
Nice run then. Behind Caviac and Bramlett.
Line gets good movement on a 3rd and 1 play.
We had to have it. Later on, we didn't do it well. We got it on 4th and 1. Lewis going for a loss back there. Big, fine, excellent play by the Tennessee man. Here comes the draw play.
Paul Caruth running with the ball. I think he picked up 19 yards.
He got a first down. You can see the stick there. He drove the first down. Great effort is right. Second effort, third effort. Big first down. Tennessee played that perfectly. Of course, we didn't run it perfectly, but they played it perfectly. Come to draw play this time with Lenny Patrick carrying the football.
We try to run it again, and they stop us this time.
Malcolm Simmons kick again. Holcomb snaps it back. Holcomb is excellent snapper back. So we kick this, and it's time for the kick it out, but it went over, which is all right to bring it out to 20.
Stan Gay has excellent protection. Willie Galt.
Come to the draw play. Looked like we had him stop, but he picks up a first down, I believe.
That play killed us the whole day, didn't it, Coach?
Yeah, it certainly did. It was certainly during the 3rd and the early part of the 4th quarter.
Cockrell dropping to throw. Cockrell waiting. Cockrell throwing. The man is there. The man is there. The pass is batted down. What a job. What a job by the defender, Rocky Colburn, as Willie Galt had come open on a post pattern at the 25-yard line. But the pass was then swatted down at the last moment by Colburn, who came from nowhere to knock it down incomplete as the first period comes to a close. Back in 60 seconds after telling you the score at the end of the first quarter, Alabama 7, Tennessee 3. Second period getting underway. Tennessee will have the ball, and it will be Alan Cockrell as play resumes in the second period, dropping back to throw. Screen out into the left flat, complete to Coleman, but he is then knocked down immediately. Gerald Sprinkle over there to make the tackle. A loss on the play, actually, as Tennessee was trying to set up a screen to the left side, which they did, but Alabama fought through it with Sprinkle. And so it will be for Tennessee third down and 12 yards to go at the Volunteer, just short of the Tennessee 30. The ball to the line. Galt comes wide to the left side. Into the boundary, two wide outs right. Running back split, Alabama four-man front, back to throw Cockrell. Cockrell being pressured, a penalty marker down, pass across the middle, complete at the 40-yard line. It would complete to Darrell Wilson, shoved down at the 39. In the first period, Alabama had possession 7 minutes, 46 seconds, Tennessee 7-14. The Vols, 6 carries, 25 yards rushing, 28 yards through the air. Alabama, 15 rushes, 45 yards, 27 yards through the air. Tennessee had 17 snaps. Alabama had 16 in the first period. As we mentioned, a penalty marker was down on the play. Tennessee picked up. It will be for Tennessee 4th down and 2. 10-man Alabama rush. Snapping will be Rumsey. Snap, Colgan. Gets the punt away. High, long, spiral. White backing up. Motions for a fair catch, which he makes at the 11-yard line. Colgan hits one. That's not unusual. This one good for 51 yards. He comes immediately to the sideline where he's greeted by Tennessee's kicking coach, George Capigo. The Volunteer head coach, Johnny Majors. On defense, Bobby Jackson, George Catavolis, Bill Shaw. On offense, Bob Harrison, Al Saunders, Philip Fulmer, Doug Matthews. Trainer, Tim Curran. Kicking coach, George Capigo. Alabama, first down and 10 at its 11. The Crimson Tide leads Tennessee 7-3. Lewis, his team in the wishbone, flankers left and right. Lewis optioning to the near side, will break one tackle, will get out to the 15, started to turn and pitch, keeps himself past the 20. Is tackled as he gets all the way to the 25-yard line. Bill Anderson, 2 comments. There we saw an athlete at work, Walter Lewis. Earlier, Tennessee had golf open. The pass might have been just a bit late.
Well, I think certainly was. He was wide open going down through there. Cockrell either didn't see him, or I don't know what happened. Had he delivered the ball a couple of accounts earlier, it would have probably been touchdown. In that particular case, Lewis just doing a super job of slipping tackles. 2 or 3 orange shirts had good shots at him, and he got away from him. First and 10, Alabama. Ball rests now at the Tide 25-yard line. Wishbone, Tennessee in a 5-man front, a 5-2. Lewis back to throw. Lewis waiting. Lewis being pressured. Lewis backing. Lewis running with the football. Going to throw the pass downfield. Incomplete at the 31-yard line. He released it just as he was being swarmed under by Mike Cofer, Tennessee's defensive right end. The pass was intended for Lenny Patrick, but it goes incomplete as Tennessee defended it well. So Alabama, which now in the air is 1 of 2 for 27 yards. Tennessee 8 of 12 for 34. Will have it second down and 10 to go. Wide left goes Joey Jones. Wishbone, Tennessee in a 5-2. Lewis on a draw. Handoff goes to Lenny Patrick. Patrick moving from his left halfback position, carries the ball over the right side and gets maybe 2 yards. Ricky Holt was there with Chris Wampler and Johnny Williams, the middle guard, a junior from Knoxville. Ball is out to the 28-yard line, closer to 3 yards for Tennessee now, jumping around with its linebackers. Stunting, jumping, faking. Will they blitz? We'll see. Lewis, handoff. With the ball, Lewis keeping to the left side, gets to the corner. Lewis to the 35, started to lateral the ball, but instead he's rolled down as he gets to the 38-yard line, and that should be enough for the first down. Vince Clark filters over to make the stop on him. But again, it's Lewis with that great individual ability, stringing it out, slipping a tackle, and carrying the ball forward for an Alabama first down. His longest gain, 14 yards. This one is good for 9. Quick count, Alabama. Handoff. Carrying the ball comes Lenny Patrick. Left halfback. Moving over right guard. Past the 40. He drives the ball to the Alabama 41-yard line. Holt and Williams team up on the tackle. The Tide beginning this drive back at the 11-yard line after the punt by Colquitt. And the other split end, Jones, is wide right. Alabama breaks the wishbone.
moving one back over to the right side. He's cutting through the middle. Here's the pass downfield. It is going to be caught. Pulled down at the Alabama 46. Forward following Turner. The fullback is down at the 48.5. Henry made the tackle on him, and it will be enough for the first down. So Alabama has picked up another first down as the Tide keep with the tight end back in there, Grogan wide to the right side. Back to the wishbone they go. And the give is to the fullback. He's slowed and stopped after a pickup of less than a yard. Craig Turner carrying the ball. Henry, the freshman from Newport, linebacker. Reggie White, junior, Chattanooga, in on the tackle. Gain of less than a yard. We'll call it second down, a short 10. Score the game, 7. Alabama second down and 10. Lewis, option, left side, corner. Lewis, 45, slips and falls just at the 45-yard line as he sweeps the left side. And Alabama's worked that side behind the blocking of Beasley and Adcock, and that time a big block at the corner by Lenny Patrick. And Lewis might have gone further had he not slipped. Undoubtedly, he would have gone further. How much further, I don't know. But as it is, it will be third down and 4 yards to go. The Tide to the line, leading 7-3 over Tennessee. The Vols jump into a 5-man line. Linebackers are up 2 yards deep. Lewis looking it over. Lewis, handoff, fullback, big hole through the left side. This will be Turner. Turner to the 40, Turner to the 35. He's tackled at the Tennessee 35-yard line by Vince Clark. Alabama converts again on the third down. That's 3 of 5 for the Crimson Tide. That time it was the fullback Turner. And now we get Alabama out of the hole. Alabama first and 10 at the Tennessee 35. Lewis, option, now dropping the throw. Man's going to come open downfield. It is going to be touchdown Alabama to Jesse Bestrom. Touchdown thrown from Lewis to Vendros. Beautiful, beautiful play as Vendros came open just at the moment the ball was there waiting on him in the end zone. It was Lewis passing, Vendros on the catch. The touchdown throw, 35 yards. And Alabama leads Tennessee by a score of 13-3. Well, that's the wishbone. Methodical, yes. Then suddenly through the air, Vendros, a fine receiver, who has caught 9 passes for 207 yards, catches 1 for a touchdown. In will be Kim to attempt the extra point. Holding his field. Snaps down. Kick by Kim toward the south end is up, and it is good. There's time on the field with a score. Alabama 14, Tennessee 3. Beautifully executed drive by Alabama. Kicking off, Alabama kicking the ball away on a skip from Goff. Pulled down by an up back at the 15 to the 20, out to the 25 to the 30. Moving the ball to the 35-yard line. For Tennessee comes John McClellan, the Cookville performer. And Tennessee will hand the ball as they finally spotted a bit past the Tennessee 35. Mark it at the 37-yard line. The return is good for 24 yards by McClellan. And so Tennessee, now trailing 14-3, goes on offense once more.
But maybe it was later. That foot motion to get the man out there to throw the ball out quickly again.
Russ Wood makes the tackle on Willie Goff for no gain.
I tried to say something about Frank Scalzi a while ago. Frank had a terrible automobile accident. You know, he's a great player at Alabama, played with a baseball player. Played with New York Giants. See, when you make him scramble around a little, he's not so accurate either. But he had an accident in Norfolk, Virginia about 20 years ago.
Darrell White returning the punt, and I never dreamed I would ever get the football back on this play.
No, I didn't either. To tell you the truth, I thought I think it was safety after all. I think they knocked him back over on this side of the... Darrell White, he's got the guts of a burglar, though. Don't worry about him. So we're going to start out on that 1-yard line. I think they tackled him back. I think he was in the end zone, really. So on the 1-yard line, and Ricky Moore trying to get a little breathing room where we can kick if we have to. Now if we're going to get out of there, we've got to throw the football. We're running the sweep here. Lenny Patrick picks up a few yards. Go in foul formation, run the same thing. Reminded me we was playing Rice one time, and I had John Crow. That's the only time he ran with the ball, was when we were behind the 10-yard line. So we're kicking back here, and you can't try to kick out of bounds from there. What you do is get hang time. We didn't get much of either. Excuse me.
Once more. Tennessee to the line of scrimmage in the I formation against the 4-man front. Johnny Jones is in at tailback. Back to throw Cockrell. Cockrell looking. Cockrell's going to throw a bomb downfield to Willie Goff. This one will be touchdown! Big arm! Touchdown to Goff! William Galt. Tennessee has 6. Alabama 14. Tennessee 9. Galt runs the post route. It's been open at least twice. This time the ball was there. And Galt pulls it down. Nobody could catch him. And Tennessee will try to narrow the gap down to 4. Cockrell to Galt. The kicking game, a factor in that touchdown. Holding will be John Warren for the extra point attempt by Fuad Reveiz. The kick by Reveiz splits them. Time out of the field with a score. The Tide 14, the Volunteers 10. As the Volunteers get their first touchdown, coming on the post pattern to Willie Galt. Kicking off for Tennessee, Reveiz. Hitting it long and high. Caruth backs up, pulls it down, and downs the ball in the end zone, 5 yards deep, as Reveiz is now kicking into a rather stiff breeze. So Alabama leading 14-10 goes on offense at its 20-yard line after the touchback. Bill Anderson, Galt came open, and this time Cockrell was right on target.
He was, Johnny. He drilled that ball. He didn't put as much loft. He had to step up. He got a little rush from the right side, but overall the protection was good. He
Alabama first down and 10 at the Tide 20-yard line, leading 14-10. The Tide out of the wishbone. Handoff goes to the right halfback, and this is Jeff Fagan edging the ball over the left side of the line. He battles from the 20 to the 22.5-yard line. Volunteers have Chris Wampler there. Joe Cofer, the freshman linebacker, helping out of the stop. Gain on the play of 3 yards. It will become second down and 7 for Alabama, leading 14-10 with 6. Alabama to the line. Second down 7 against the 6-man spread Tennessee defense. Handoff to the fullback, and grinding forward comes that big Ricky Moore. Pounding the ball past the 30-yard line to the 31, and it will be enough for the first down on the play. Moore is stopped by Castile and Johnny Williams. Good blocking that time on the right side. Bramblett, Steve Mott, and Bob Kaovek. It will be first down and 10 to go for Alabama. He's 5 for 19. Alabama first down and 10, leading 14-10 at the Tide 30-yard line. Back to throw Lewis. Lewis waiting. Gets a little pressure. Still waiting. Giving ground. Will run out of there. Scrambling. He is going to be knocked off his pins at the 32-yard line. Well, he's a delight to watch. Very, very poised. He was looking downfield. He had 2 receivers, make that 3. Jones and 46. That would have been the right halfback Carter. And on the other side was the tight end Grogan. All were running patterns downfield. Tennessee had them blanketed. But Bill, he just danced around, waited, and finally ran the ball forward and picked up 2 yards on the play.
Well, he's a super athlete back there, John. And the rush was trying to make sure that they kept him contained and not let him get to the outside. And as a result,
second down 8, Alabama. Flankers left and right. Lewis on the delay. Man gets the ball, carrying the ball through the left side. Comes Lenny Patrick. Patrick to the 35, takes it to the 37 where he is tackled. There is a penalty marker down on the field of play at the 34-yard line. The touchdown pass from Cockrell to Galt was 52 yards. Last year, in the Alabama-Tennessee game, Galt was on the receiving end of a 75-yard pass from quarterback Steve Alatorre. Tennessee lost last year, of course, 38-19 at Birmingham. Alabama is the guilty party on the infraction. Here is the snap out of the, it was instead a shotgun. The snap came back as a marker falls. Lewis fumbled the snap, and there were penalty markers all over the field. As Alabama went to the shotgun, I didn't even look at the center as I was watching where they had people flanked, and hurriedly, Bill, I counted up. They had enough receivers split out there as I was thinking that Lewis was the point as the tailback. They had 12 men on the field, and maybe they did, in fact, have 12 men on the field. Anyway, there's a 5-yard penalty. It's illegal procedure. Back to the left side. Alabama running back to the right. But the ball is Lewis, and Lewis gets around the corner, but there's not really that much there. He got to the 25, on to the 27, as Tennessee lays off again, containing him. Wampler and Mike Terry force him out of bounds, just short of the 28. Third down upcoming. Alabama must get the ball past its 40-yard line for the first down. 4 minutes, 34 seconds remaining in the first half of the game. Alabama leads Tennessee by a score of 14-10. Wishbone. They've got a flanker right, a slot man this way. Lewis back to throw, looking across the middle. The man is there. The pass downfield is going to be intercepted. Tennessee 45. Back to the 40, 35, 30, down to the 20-yard line. Tennessee will have the ball as Vince Clark jumps in front to intercept the ball and returns it to the Alabama 20. reception by Vince Clark. A return of 25 yards to the 20. And again, Bill, Tennessee's defensive secondary doing a beautiful job. Lewis simply took too long to release the ball as Clark was right there.
Well, I think he did not throw to the man he wanted to, John. I believe and then he came back and tried to pick up a secondary receiver. I thought he was going to go to the man that was going in the opposite direction. But anyway, too long. He left it up in the air. Beautiful big break for the Vols.
Tennessee trailing 14-10. The crowd alive, and Cockrell is asking for quiet. Running backs are split. 2 wideouts right, 1 to the left. Gold Cockrell pumping. Will run with the ball and makes it back close to the 20. Busted play somehow. Cockrell lost a yard on the play. We say it makes it back to the 20. He made it back to the 21-yard line. And actually, the play started at the 20, so Tennessee unsuccessful in its first down try. Some kind of breakdown, and so the Vols will have it second down upcoming. 11 to go. The Vols after the interception by Lewis. Tennessee to the line. 2 wideouts right, 1 flanker left. Running back split Alabama, feigning a blitz. Here they come. Cockrell. Keeping. Makes it to the 20. Cockrell to the right side. Has the ball at the 15 as he scrambles forward. Excellent effort by Cockrell. And Bill, had he been able to maintain or regain his balance, he would still be running.
He's gone. He cut back against the grain, did a super job of getting away from some people in there, but he lost his balance, and he's a good athlete. And he made the yardage on 3 points. He is down on one hand and still going forward. But had he been able to stay on his feet,
3rd and 6 for the Volunteers at the Alabama 16. Back to throw is Cockrell. Pressure. Cockrell's going to run with the ball, I think, coming to the near sideline. Gets down to the 15, fights his way to the 14 where he's forced out of bounds. And at that point, Tennessee will have it 4th down and 4. The score of the game is 14-10. Once more, Tennessee unable to take it in for a touchdown with a turnover. As Cockrell sees his receivers covered well by the secondary of Alabama. Of course, it's easier for the secondary to work from the 20-yard line on back to the end zone than from the 20 on the other side. There's less room to cover, and they did a fine job. Reveiz will be in to attempt a field goal. It will be of 32 yards in length. Warren will hold. Ball from the left hash mark. Kick by Reveiz is in the air. I don't know. I'll just have to wait and tell you. The kick is good. The kick is good. And so, Alabama's lead is 1. Tennessee.
well, come back to haunt you, John. When you get a break, then you get the field position and you have to walk away with 3.
Alabama, of course, top defensive team in the Southeastern Conference. Great tradition. And Tennessee will be kicking off. Here comes Reveiz. The kick by Reveiz. High and long. Once again, Caruth. This time, 6 yards deep, fumbles the ball in the end zone. Down it there. He did. And at that point, it will be Alabama after the touchback. First down and 10 to go at its 20-yard line. 2 minutes, 49 seconds to go in the first half. The Tide 14, the Volunteers 13 at Knoxville. Tennessee has recovered an Alabama fumble at the 11-yard line. That's the first play from scrimmage, and the Vols ended up with a field goal to Goff. Ken Coley is now in at Alabama at quarterback. Coley with the football on the option to the left side. Coley at the corner. Coley carries the ball out past the 30 and is shoved out of bounds at the 31-yard line by Vince Clark, the sophomore from Delray Beach, Florida. Coley, 5'11", 185, a senior from Birmingham. Inserted, I'm sure, Bill, to add a little solidarity to an Alabama offense that uncharacteristically has turned the ball over a couple of times in dangerous situations. Coley at quarterback. Coley, option. Pitches it back. Great pitch with the football at Carter, but he threw that ball forward, would be my guess. Here he comes to the 40, to the 45, to the 50. He's got to be shoved out of bounds at the 48-yard line, but there are flags down. I thought he threw the ball forward, but we'll wait and see if that is going to be the rule. As the quarterback, Coley, got to the corner, he was being hit on the option, and then he pitched it out. It was caught so brilliant in its execution for much of the game, now just a bit disjointed. Tennessee causing it, some of it, with great defensive effort. Alabama to the line. Ball resting at the 29. Coley, quarterback, handoff. Ooh, not much there. Somersaulting forward is Lenny Patrick, but at the bottom of the stack for the penetrating Tennessee defense is Kluge and Cofer. That's Mike Cofer. Ball moves out to the 32-yard line from the 29, and it will be 3rd down and 9 to go for the Crimson Tide. Alabama 14, Tennessee 13. Really played that much. Let's see what he does. Handoff is fake. This is Coley on the option, and Coley is going to be swarmed under by Chris Wampler. Thrown for no gain. Coley on the option, running into the boundary toward the Alabama side of the football field, and he is just surrounded by Chris Wampler, the senior from Lenore City. And it will be 4th down and 8 yards to go for Alabama. Into the game. Alabama 14, Tennessee 13. Tennessee has 1 timeout remaining. Alabama has all of its 3. Waiting for the snap. They're going to give a long count. He's counting the clock, play clock down to 5 seconds. Low snap. Gets the punt away. Drilling a low spiral. Golf pulls it down at the 20, up to the 25. Golf to the 30. Golf to the 35. And he then just struggles down. Just a stride away from breaking it. There's a penalty marker drop at that point. After Golf was down, a marker was dropped. 44 yards on the punt, 14 yards on the return by Willie Golf. Personal foul, Alabama, a spear. That's the Tennessee will be honored at halftime. The Pride of the Southland Band, the UT Concert Choir, with a stirring performance of patriotic music. Now it's football. Tennessee first and 10 at the Tide, 49, against a 4-man punt. Cockle sends 2 wide outs right, 1 to the left. Long count. Tennessee shifts to the I formation. Back to throw is Cockle. Cockle's going to throw a bomb downfield. The man is going to be intercepted by Alabama. Pulled down by Castile at the 12. Castile to the 15. Castile to the 20. Castile outside to the 25, to the 30, to the 35. He's shoved out of bounds as he gets the ball to the 42-yard line. Cockle threw it, intended for Willie Golf. And Gold again on the post route. Earlier had scored the touchdown. This time the ball was behind him. And Castile intercepts his 2nd pass of the afternoon, his 6th of the season. And now Alabama may well need its 3 timeouts. Interception by Castile. What a halfback. Alabama. Walter Lewis is back at quarterback. Tennessee in a 5-man front. Lewis back to throw. Lewis looking. He's going to throw the ball for Jones. It is going to be pass interference against Tennessee. The pass is incomplete. Defending for the Volunteers was Carlton Peoples. The pass intended for Jones. And a penalty flag flew immediately. Alabama has the ball. 25-yard penalty on that offensive pass interference. Alabama fumble. Scrambling after the ball. It's picked up finally on the far side by Joe Carter of Alabama. And then he gets back to the line of scrimmage and is shoved out of bounds. Lewis fakes to give to the fullback Moore. Spun to the left side, wanted to pitch, but again lost the handle. I don't know if anybody hit him. Mike Cofer is the man who trailed to force Carter out of bounds for no gain as he picked up the bouncing football first half of the game. Alabama 14, Tennessee 13. Wishbone attack Alabama. Tennessee with a 6-man line. Alabama, you move. Tennessee reacts. Let's see what the call is going to be. The left side of the Alabama offensive line jumped, and Tennessee immediately established contact. Flags fly, and the referee steps in to step off a penalty. It's going to be against Alabama 5 yards. Lewis at quarterback. Lewis, option, dropping to throw, looking for Joey Jones down the middle. Long pass for Jones in the end zone is touchdown, Alabama. Joey Jones got behind Tennessee defensively, and so the pass interception thrown by Tennessee backfires, and Alabama marches downfield to score on a touchdown thrust from Lewis to Joey Jones, who was backstepping deep in the end zone to pull it down at the south end of the football field. 38 yards, and Alabama now goes up on Tennessee by a score of 20-13. Kim for the Crimson Tide. How suddenly it turns around. Holding will be Field. The kick by Kim toward the south end is up, and the kick is good. So, with 40 seconds to go in the first half of the game, the score is Alabama 21, Tennessee 13.
Snap in the back. All Fields holding. This is when we tried the Florida kick, we call it here, and kick it high and short. Now, we might have been better off doing that all day. They run a draw play. They're going to run it 2 or 3 straight times trying to get in field goal range, but we dropping everybody off, keeping from throwing. I got worried they were going to get in field goal range. And they throw it out of bounds, stop the clock. Now this is where he goes back and throws the tip thing. He throws it down there as far as he can with 3 receivers.
Castile makes his 3rd interception of the first half.
One of the few times. Great play by Castile. Alabama 21, Tennessee 13.
First you thought...
Dr. Bowling will now pass one flag to Dean Kenneth Harwell of the UT Space Institute, where Hartsfield earned a master's degree in engineering science in 1971. And the second to Chancellor Jack Reese to fly over UT's main campus at Knoxville. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big Tennessee welcome for in Hartsfield, UT's Man in Space.
Tremendous performance by the University of Tennessee Band at halftime as 95,300
up on the west hash mark, and he's going to kick the ball toward the east side ostensibly. That's where Galt is. Sanders does knock the ball, hits it well. Galt backs up, pulls it down a yard deep in the end zone. Galt to the goal line. 5, 10, 15, gets outside 20. Galt 25, Galt 30, Galt 35. Galt runs out of bounds as he moves the ball to the 37-yard line, and that should break the record.
Don, it would have broke the record if he would have cut back right there. I probably was on there. Had he cut back, I think he might have gone all the way.
Galt running out of room to the left side, returns it 37 yards, and so he passes the record held by Dickie Lyons of Kentucky. Position of the ball at the 37-yard line in this game. Cockrell on first down is fading to throw. Pressure, pass, incomplete, man wide open. It was Kenny Jones who had been at his tight end position, took a count and a half on the right side, came underneath wide open at the 40-yard line, and the pass was incomplete, slightly overthrown. Front, 5 defensive backs. They rotate. Here is Cockrell on a handoff with the ball. Coleman, hold right side. Coleman center step, breaks to the 40. Coleman to the 45. Coleman to the 50. Coleman to the 45-yard line. Great saving tackle by Tommy Wilcox. One step away from Coleman breaking it to go all the way. The ball is finally spotted at the Alabama 42-yard line. Fine call by Tennessee, Bill.
Well, I think there's 2 great calls. The first call,
putting the running backs. 2 flankers, 1 left, 1 right. Tight end back into the game. He's deployed on the right side. Cockrell again looking for the tight end. There's the pass complete. 40 down to the 35. Jones to the 30. Kenny Jones carries the ball to the Alabama 30-yard line. Same play which was open on the first play from scrimmage in the second half. This time Cockrell ranges the ball into the big 6'5", 250-pound senior from Nashville. He's knocked down by Eddie Lowe, 5'11", 190-pound senior from Phoenix City. Tennessee at the Alabama 30-yard line. It will be first down at 10 to go. Out comes Kenny Jones. In return, Darrell Wilson for Tennessee. Shifts back into a 4-man line. Cockrell with the ball, handoff Coleman, left side, cuts back to the right as he drives the ball from the 30 to the 25-yard line. Tackled by Eddie Lowe and Robbie Jones. Pick up a 5 on first down for Tennessee, trailing in the game 21-13. With 13:38 to go in the third period, it will be second down and 5. Taylor brings the play into Cockrell, who's gone all the way at quarterback. Replace. Tennessee splits the running backs. Alabama in a 4-man rush. Here's Cockrell. Play action. Keeps, pitches with the ball. It's Furness, and Furness is spotted as he turns the corner. Fine defensive play out there by Jeremiah Castile. We've mentioned that name. There is a player down on the play, and it is Jeremiah Castile who really hit Furness with a shot. Be 3rd and 4 for the Volunteers. Running back split. 2 flankers left, 1 right. Cockrell, the quarterback, against the 4-man Alabama front. Cockrell with a straight drop. They're blitzing. The man's open. Pass complete. Pull down at the 10. A penalty marker is down. To the 5, to the 4. Into the end zone. There's a penalty marker down. Back in the line is Kinney. A penalty marker has been dropped as the pass was thrown and caught, and Darrell Wilson fought his way into the end zone, but a marker has been dropped. The indication is going to be holding against Tennessee. So an apparent touchdown. The Vols with 3 flankers left, 1 to the right, running back split. Alabama with a 4-man line. Cockrell on a draw. Handoff goes to Coleman, and he is decked. Great play, Robbie Jones, linebacker. The Vols will insert Fuad Revez to attempt a field goal. Alabama went with the draw, but Robbie Jones, a senior from Demopolis, Alabama, would have nothing of it. He is the leading tackler on the Alabama team, the second leading tackler, second only to Lowe. He has a total of 28 stops coming into this game. He made a big one there. Now Revez will be attempting a 45-yard field goal. He'll be kicking into a wind. It would take a fine kick against the breeze. Snap is high. The kick is in the air by Revez. It is long enough. Is it true? Good. Time out on the field with the score. Alabama 21, Tennessee 16. Deep is Caruth for Alabama. The kick by Revez is going to be a bouncer. It goes bouncing on through the end zone as Jones backs off to let the ball skip free. So Alabama will have its first possession of the second half. The Tide leading by a score of 21-16. Bill, during our break, you said an unbelievable game. It has been unusual.
Well, it has at that, Don. I can't remember seeing an Alabama-Tennessee game where we've had so many turnovers so fast and so many big plays.
Front against Alabama. Now becomes a 5-man line. Alabama runs a man in motion, misdirection. With the ball is quarterback Coley. Coley to the left side, battles to the 22-yard line. He's tackled as he gets there by Mike Castile and Duan Henry. So Coley gets the starting call as the second half gets underway. He, a senior from Birmingham at 5'11", 185. Has not played that much this year. Lewis has gone most of the way. Actually, coming into the game statistically, Fields, the number 3 quarterback, a junior from Gardendale, Alabama, has played more than Coley. Second down, 8 yards to go, Alabama, leading 21-16. Alabama. Coley on the option, coming to the near side, gets to the corner, fumbles the football. There's a scramble for it. It has been recovered by the Big Orange at the 37-yard line. Lee Dickens recovers the fumble by Coley. And Tennessee has yet another Tide turnover. It will be spotted at the 30. They're going to pull it back to the 38-yard line. Tennessee will have it at the Alabama 38, trailing in the football game 21-16. Cockrell brings his team to the huddle. Alabama, a bit, I'm sure, unnerved by the number of turnovers thus far. It's unusual for Alabama. Tennessee with the ball on the left hash mark, first down. Jeremiah Castile back into the football game for the Tide. He went out earlier with an injury. The ball split the running backs. Cockrell going to throw. Pass is caught. Pulled down behind the line of scrimmage. With the ball was Mike Miller. Miller fights his way to the 40, back down to the 39-yard line. So he picks up 4 of the 5 yards lost on the penalty. He's tackled by Castile and Wilcox. It will be for Tennessee. Second down, 11 to go. Second and 11. Score, Alabama 21, Tennessee 16. The Vols have recovered 2 fumbles. One by Jenkins, one by Castile. The first play of the game recovered by Castile at the 11. In the air, Cockrell is 12 of 21 for 102 yards. 2 wide flankers left, 1 into the boundary right. Ball in the right hash mark. Alabama jumps into a 4-man line. Cockrell out of a blitz, punt. He's looking. Pass downfield on the fly route is going to be complete. Throw down by Miller. 15, 10, 5. What do you give him? 6. Touchdown, Big Orange. Runs the fly route down the west sideline. Miller made the catch, ran through a tackle, skipped tight-whipping the west sideline, and the Volunteers have bolted on top of the Tide. Touchdown, Tennessee. 61 yards. Couldn't have been 61. We'll check it in a minute. Anyway, it's a touchdown. That's the main thing. And here for Tennessee to attempt the extra point will be Fuad Reves. They may go for 2. It's a 1-point game. And so Tennessee's going to go for 2 would be my guess. That is apparently the case. As into the game, Randall Morris for the Vols. Tennessee now will be going for 2, leading by 1. Ball on the left hash mark. Here's Cockrell. He's going to look for Morris in the end zone. There's the pass. 2 points. Kenny Jones. 2 points. Tennessee leads Alabama by 3. Back in 60 seconds after telling you the score, Tennessee 24, Alabama 21.
To Jones as Randall Morris had taken the defender deep. They split the defenders and Jones comes underneath. And the crowd cheers Tennessee's 24-21 advantage. Kicking off, Reves. Bouncer high on through the end zone.
Ken Coley. Coley fumbled moments ago. It was recovered by Lee Jenkins, who just tailed the ball about 3 yards inside the west sideline. And then Tennessee connected on the pass from Cockrell to Miller, a thing of beauty by both Cockrell and Miller. And Miller then streaks into the end zone. The Volunteers lead by 3. Alabama to the line. Back in their quarterback is Lewis. In the wishbone. They break the bone, sending the fullback in motion. The pitch will come to the tailback. Bang! He's brought behind the line of scrimmage by a blitzing Vic Clark. He knocked him down at the 14-yard line. As Tennessee's defense was ready for that play. They sent the fullback in motion, and then they ran behind the motion, but Tennessee blitzed from the corner, and he was thrown back down at the 14-yard line for a loss on the play of 6. The wishbone. Quarterback is Lewis, looking over Tennessee's defense. Lewis, handoff fullback with the ball. Moore pounding back to the 20-yard line. Big, strong fullback, tackled by Mike Terry and Mike Castile, as it will be for Alabama 3rd down and 10. Moore, 6 feet, 235, a sophomore. Alabama 5-0. Tennessee coming into the game 2-2-1. Moore now has carried the ball 6 times for 25 yards in the game. The hand line, the linebackers tucked tightly. Third down 10. Alabama. Lewis on the option. Turns upfield. Gets to the 25-yard line and is tackled. Reggie White sends off 2 would-be blockers, making the stop on Lewis, short of the first down by 5. And so Alabama will send its punting unit into the football game. In the person of Falcon Simmons, who has punted thus far in the football game for 40, 50, 49. For Tennessee is Willie Golf, standing back at his 28-yard line. Snap. Here is the punt by Simmons. Hitting a spiral. Golf backing up. Will pull it down at the 28-yard line. Comes to the near side, starts back to the right. Tries to get to the corner, can't. Fights through one tackle to the 35, moves the ball on out to the 37-yard line, and is tackled as he gets to the 37, where it will be for Tennessee first down and 10 to go. Score in the game is Tennessee 24, Alabama 21. 46 yards on the punt by Simmons, 9 yards on the return by Willie Golf. Balls come to the line with running back split. 2 wide outs left, 1 right. Pass incomplete, intended for the touchdown scorer Miller at the 40-yard line on the quick flip into the left flat, a little overthrown by Cockrell, and so it will be second down and 10 to go. Golf singly covered over there by Castile, I think. Now they shift to double cover him. Tennessee comes with a draw. Handoff goes with the football. This will be Chuck Coleman. Stopped in the backfield, quick free of that tackle. Moves the ball back to the 35, onto the 40, and is tackled as he moves to the 42-yard line by middle guard Rodriguez and the defensive left end Emmanuel King. Coleman, running a draw, was stood up before he got to the line of scrimmage. But good effort twisted him free and moved the ball for a gain on the play of right at 4 yards. It will be for Tennessee third down and 6, leading 24-21. 2 wide outs left, 1 right. Alabama in a 4-man front. Cockrell back to throw, looking, waiting, across the middle, complete. Pulled down by Furness. Furness at the 45, Furness to the 50, Furness to the Alabama 49-yard line, where it will be for Tennessee first down, 10 to go. He was tackled by Hill and Wilcox. Bill Anderson, Tennessee mixing it up.
They're mixing it up very well, John. That's the best here in the second half. They really mixed their plays well. They've thrown to the back, to the tight end, hit the out receivers.
Jones to the left side, flankers left and right, running back split. Cockrell back to throw. He's got to look for Jones. There he is. Pass complete. 45. Jones to the 40. Lowers his head and booms the ball to the 39-yard line. He was tackled by Roosevelt Hill with help from Booker. It'll be close to a first down. And they'll eye it. We may have our first measurement of the game, or we may not. It is going to be a bit short, I think, of the first down. With a 5-man line. Now they shift the tackle, widening him out a little bit to the left side. Cockrell hands off, and Tennessee diving forward for the first down. Comes Chuck Coleman. He moves the ball down to the 37.5, where he tackles. And Tennessee has registered another first down. First down, 10 to go for the Volunteers. That for Tennessee, first down number 11 in the football game. Alabama has a total of 15. The score, Tennessee 24, Alabama 21. 6 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the third period. The ball's to the line. Ball on the right hash mark, heading toward the north end of the football field. 2 wide outs left, 1 right. Cockrell on a draw. Handoff, nothing. Fine play, Alabama. Coleman is stood up for a loss on the play. Back to the 40-yard line. Emmanuel King smelled the draw, as did middle guard Elias. Flanker left, 1 right. The tight end is on the left side of the football field. Alabama reacts, widening the linebacker out this way. Back to throw is Cockrell. He's got to throw across the middle, complete. Pulled down by a back who makes the catch at the 35. Moves it on down to the 32 as Chuck Coleman is knocked to the ground as he gets to the 32-yard line of the Crimson Tide. They ran Jones left-right diagonally through the secondary, and they tucked Coleman, Coleman it is, behind him to make the catch. He was tackled by Tommy Wilcox as he's moved the ball to the 32-yard line. Tennessee will have it third down and right at 5 yards to go. The ball split the running back. Tight end is on the right side of the football field against the 4-man Alabama defense. Running back split, Cockrell to throw. Here comes pressure. Here's Cockrell throwing, pass complete. Ball down at the 30, to the 25 with the ball. This will be Tennessee. Chuck Coleman moves it down to the 21-yard line, where Tennessee will have it first down and 10 to go. Tackle made by Booker, but Tennessee will have it first and 10 at the Crimson Tide 21-yard line. Again, they ran that same route, taking Jones to pull the linebacker with him, and then shuttling Coleman in behind to make the reception, and he dashed the ball down for the first and 10 at the 21-yard line. Tennessee 24, Alabama 21. The Vols to the line of scrimmage with two flankers left. Split. Coleman and Coles now at fullback. Alabama with a five-man line. They may blitz. They're acting like they're going to. Here's Cockrell looking it over. Now they shift back into a four-man front. Cockrell stands to throw. Pass out into the flat is incomplete. Behind the line of scrimmage, it was intended for Mike Miller. He twisted trying to dive for the ball, but it falls to the turf incomplete. And with 4 minutes and 5 seconds to go in the third period, Tennessee leading 24-21. The clock is stopped, and Tennessee will have it second and 10. Here,
they're expecting the blitz as a cat and mouse game down there. It's whether or not they're going to blitz. If they do, these passes are open. If they don't, they can still get them open.
Tennessee to the line, second down and 10. Alabama jumping in and out defensively. Cockrell, play action pitch, goes to the corner with the ball. This will be Coleman, and he is swarmed and dropped. Alabama reacting beautifully. What pursuit? Tommy Wilcox, Emmanuel King, Mike Rodriguez. No gain, maybe lost half a yard on the play. So Tennessee will have it third down, 10 and a half to go. Back at the 21.5-yard line of the Crimson Tide. Now it becomes a four-man as they drop back double coverage on Galt on the right. Cockrell, handoff with the football. This will be Coleman, and Coleman stumbles and falls, and then his knee touched the ground at the 23. Tennessee, of course, going for the field goal on third down long, and Coleman stumbled as he got the snap, got the handoff, and his knee dragged the ground. The official alertly on top of the play. He maneuvered on down to about the 17, but his knee had dragged the ground, and so here comes Fuad Reves to attempt a 40-yard field goal from the right hash mark. 2:48 to go in the third period, as Warren will hold, Rumsey will snap, Reves will kick toward the north end into the wind. The kick is in the air by Reves. This kick, ladies and gentlemen, is good. Time out on the field, the score, Tennessee 27, Alabama 21. Tennessee leads Alabama 27-21 with 2 minutes 35 seconds to go in the third period. In this half, Tennessee has had possession for 19 plays, Alabama only 5. Here comes Reves, kicking off. Going to be a high, long kick. This one goes 7 yards beyond the end line, into the wind. The adrenaline is flowing. But Alabama, of course, poised, veteran, a team used to winning. Before the game, we mentioned that Alabama has won 11 straight years over Tennessee. But against the rest of the Southeastern Conference, the record is almost as impressive. They are 72-4 in conference games. Alabama will have the ball for the 8th time in this game, starting at the 20. Handoff fullback. He got a yard, that's all. It was Craig Turner. Straight ahead, and Tennessee swarms him with Cass Steele at the bottom of the sack. Duan Henry, Steve Kluge. Gain of a yard on the play. For Alabama trailing in the football game, 27-21. It will be second down and 9. Alabama. Lewis looking it over. Lewis on the option, now drops to throw. Looking downfield, pass is going to be complete to Alabama. Great catch by a diving Vendros at the 47-yard line. Beautiful throw by Lewis, but even a better reception by Vendros, who had to dive for the ball as he goes fluttering out of bounds at the 47-yard line. And Alabama, with 1:53 to go in the third period of the game, will have it first down and 10 to go. Tennessee in a 5-man front. They break the wishbone. Long count by Lewis. Now Lewis fakes the throw. Pass going to be down and out. It is caught. Great grab by Jones at the Tennessee 45-yard line. Brilliant play by Jones. He was being defended by Bill Bates. But Lewis threw a safe pass wide and behind the receiver, and Jones had to make a lunging grab of the ball. And so Alabama has it first down and 10 to go. No, it will not be a first. It'll be second down, a yard and a half. Second, a yard and a half at the Tennessee 45. Darrell White into the football game as a wide out left for Alabama. They break the wishbone. Now they send a man in motion to the left. Handoff fullback, big hole. Down to the 40. Carries the ball to the 35. Moving the ball to the 34-yard line is Craig Turner. Tackled in the open field by Vince Clark. But Alabama, after falling behind by 6, has moved the ball down inside Tennessee's 35-yard line. Spotted at the 33. Tennessee 27, Alabama 21. 1:25 to go in the third period. The tie to the line. Again, they break the wishbone. Two running backs behind quarterback Lewis. A slot man right becomes a man in motion back to the left. Handoff fullback. Through the ball goes Turner. Turner to the 30. Turner carries the ball down to the 25. As that blocking line of Alabama, Beasley and Adcock and Mott are opening wide holes in the Tennessee defense. Clark and Kluge make the tackle that Alabama, which took Tennessee's kickoff following the field goal by Reves that gave Tennessee a 6-point advantage, has moved crisply downfield with it. In 5 plays, they've gone for 1, for 26, for 8. Again, they break the wishbone. Again, the slot man becomes a man in motion. Back to throw is Lewis. Lewis is waiting. Pass down and out is going to be incomplete. Thrown away in the corner, intended for Bendros. He was well defended this time on the right side by Tennessee's Carlton Peoples. Clock stopped with 38 seconds left to go in the third period. Alabama trailing 27-21, but getting close. They will have the ball. Second down. Change that third down. A yard and a half to go. The ball rests at the Tennessee 20. Dickie Ginyard is into the football game as a running back. The give is to Ginyard. Ginyard in the middle. Powers his way for first down yardage as he fights to the 20-yard line of Tennessee. Tackled in the middle by a host of volunteers. Kluge was there with Henry and Castile. It will be for Alabama first down and 10 to go. And so, Bill Anderson, the Tide methodically moves the defense back at this point. They have to edge. Alabama at the line. They have a slot man to the left or close side this time. Henry running that way with a give to Turner, and Turner grinds out yardage, moving over left guard to the 15 and falling forward to the 13-yard line. Tackled by White and Cofer. They'll pull it back to the 14-yard line of Tennessee, where with 10 seconds to go in the third period of the football game, Tennessee leading 27-21. Alabama will have it second down and 3. The Tide to the line will not get a play away. That's the end of 3 periods. At the end of 3, the score, Tennessee 27, Alabama 21. Toward the north end of the football field. It will be second down and 4. Alabama handoff, fullback, hounds the center, fights the ball down to the 11-yard line, a shade short of the 11, tackled by Terry and Kluge. And the official says he's down at the 12, actually. So Alabama must get it inside the 11 for the first. It will be third down, a yard to go for the Crimson Tide. Now in the backfield, they've got Moore. Turner is there, so they've really got 2 fullbacks in the football game. Or the blocking fullback standing as Turner is the tailback. This is Turner diving. No, he didn't get it, I don't believe. Tennessee really belted him. The first man there, Mike Castile, then Reggie White, and Steve Kluge. They'll spot the ball, and it's going to be short of a first by about half a yard would be my guess. Perhaps I'm premature. Alabama has a decision to make. Fourth down, less than a yard to go. The field. They come to the line of scrimmage. Turner will be the tailback. Power eye set. The fullback is Moore. The quarterback is Lewis. Tennessee. Handoff. Turner. He fights his way and just falls forward to the first down as he got up on top of the stack, and Tennessee trying to push back, but the force of his dive carried him on down. They mark it at the 10, and he made it by about half a yard. Right up on top of the mountain, and he just still happened to fall the right way for the first.
All the weight got shifted forward, and he just rode the Tide over, John.
That's exactly what happened. So it's going to be first down and goal. The ball is just barely past the 10. Alabama has the ball, trailing 27-21 at the Tennessee 10-yard line on the left hash mark. The Tide moves. That's going to be a 5-yard skip. As that left end, Scott Holman, moves. And so Alabama makes a critical error in execution. 5-yard penalty makes it first and 15, moving it back to the 15-yard line. Bendros. They break the wishbone. Quarterback is Lewis. They're going to roll to the right side. He's looking into the end zone to Grogan. Lewis with the football, pulling up. He's going to be thrown off at the 20-yard line. Who got him? Mike Cofer, senior Knoxville. Lewis was looking down into the end zone. Jones was rattling back and forth over there. They must have had him slotted. For the Tide, it's second down and goal at the 20. Back to the wishbone. Straight wishbone. Tennessee with a 4-man rush. Here is Lewis dropping back to throw. Looking into the end zone. The pass down there is going to be incomplete out of the end zone. It was intended for Jones. Defending for Tennessee was Carlton People. So Alabama will have it third down. Ball on the east or right hash mark. Score in the game, Tennessee 27, Alabama 21. The clock shows 12 minutes and 18 seconds left to go in the game. Alabama, the number 2 team in the nation. winner of 11 straight over Tennessee, now uses a timeout. With timeout to score. Tennessee 27, Alabama 21. Saying it's too noisy. The referee says no, it isn't. Lewis for Alabama with a straight drop to throw. Being pressured. Lewis steps out of the pocket. Looks to the right side. Going to run with the football and is tackled as he gets to the 9-yard line. Tennessee had a shot at a big sack back into the vicinity of the 25, but Lewis, a darter, swings wide to the right. Wampler put the pressure on him with Williams. Tackle finally made downfield by Mike Terry at the 8.5-yard line, and so Alabama will have Kim into the football game to attempt a field goal. He's 6 of 7 this year. This will be an attempt of 25 yards. Alabama now doesn't have enough men out there on the field. They've got 14 seconds left to go on the play clock to get the field goal away. Fields will be holding. Tennessee ready to rush. The ball will be kicked from the right hash mark. It is up, and it is no good. Tennessee really got a rush on it. The kick is no good. Chris Wampler and Reginald White really got to him, and so Tennessee will have it 1st and 10 at the Volunteer 20-yard line. Bill Anderson, a surge by the defense.
No question about that, John. I'll tell you what, these kids have fought their heart out so far in this ball game. It started with LSU. They played a whale of a ball game down there, and so far in this game, they have played as good as you could ask them to.
Right, Alabama into a 5-man line. It becomes a 4. Handoff Furness, powering up the middle, fights from the 20 to the 22. He's knocked down at the 22-yard line, first by Rodriguez, then by Mike Pitt. And Tennessee will have it 2nd down and 8. Consuming a little bit of the clock, but there's a lot of the clock left. With 6 points the difference, Tennessee 27, Alabama 21. Now the Vols will adjust the offensive set. Also is relieved as Tennessee will go with 3 wideouts and 2 running backs split behind Cockrell. 4-man front, Alabama. Tennessee a flanker right, 2 to the left. Cockrell on a draw. Handoff Coleman. Starts left, cuts back to the middle, and fights the ball to the 24-yard line. Snowed under by Jones and Lowe. It will be for Tennessee 3rd down and 6 yards to go. The Volunteers lead in the football game 27-21. The clock shows 10 minutes and a half to go in the contest. A moment ago, Alabama had moved downfield from its 20. It will be 3rd and 6 for the Volunteers. 2 flankers left, 1 to the right. Alabama a 4-3 defense. Cockrell on a draw. This is Coleman. Coleman to the 30. Coleman to the 35. Coleman is whistled down as he moves to the 37-yard line. Tennessee on the draw. Great move by Chuck Coleman at the line. He squirmed free of his first assailant, who was Jones. He was finally tackled by Stan Gay, 175-pound senior from Tuskegee, Alabama. Break at our next opportunity. Tennessee to the line. It will be for the Volunteers 1st down at 10 at the Tennessee 37-yard line. 2 flankers left, 1 to the right. Alabama with a 3-man rush. Cockrell handoff with the ball. This is Coleman banging, turning, fighting, grinding, driving the ball past the 40, out to the 43-yard line. He was knocked down by Rodriguez as he moves forward for what will be close to 6 yards on the play. For Tennessee, 2nd down upcoming with 4 yards to go. The clock shows 9:15 left in this football game. Tennessee to the line. Alabama jumps with a feint blitz from the left linebacker. Now he backs off as the Vols face a 4-man front. Cockrell handoff. Driving forward, turning, fighting, close to a 1st down comes Coleman. They'll line it up at the 47-yard line. It will be either 3rd and inches or 1st and 10. The Vols blocking up front with Singer, James Streno, Mike Furness, and John Matthews. The referee says he wants to measure. So the chain for the first time will be brought in. 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Vol Network. This is John Ward with Bill Anderson and our staff sending the play-by-play. The chain brought in. It is short. It is not a 1st down. Sam Henderson, 2 tight ends. Alabama stuffs it up into a virtual goal line defense. Cockrell Henderson drives. I don't know. He got out a little beyond the 37. Where the linesman marks it is obviously, as is true in every close situation, the key. The fans, Tennessee fans at least, seem to think that the diving Henderson made it. And they tell you that he did. 1st down, Tennessee. Flankers 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Alabama with a 6-man line. Cockrell, handoff. With it is Coleman. Coleman breaks to the left side to the 45, to the 50, to the 45, to the 40. Coleman to the 35. Coleman is tackled as he carries the ball to the Alabama 34-yard line. He was stopped by Gay and Wilcox. Somebody gave him a block up front. I'm going to guess it was Singer. It could have been James. But he got a block. At the point of attack, he broke it, and then he turned on the speed so that Chuck Coleman goes for 24 yards. He has now carried the ball 18 times for 106 yards, and the Volunteers have it first down and 10 to go at the Alabama 34-yard line. For 102. Coleman now 18 for 106. The Vols to the line. It will be for Tennessee first down and 10. Cockrell handoff, left side Coleman. Gets to the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give him 6. Touchdown, Big Orange! The crowd tells you as Chuck Coleman pops it on the play that Bill Anderson just alluded to. But the big block was thrown by William Goff on the corner. And it was Chuck Coleman who goes 34 yards on a draw. And Tennessee leads Alabama by a score of 33-21 with 7 minutes and 21 seconds left to go in the football game. The Volunteers lead 33-21. Moving toward the south end of the football field. LeVay comes to the sideline to near the right hash mark. Randall Morris is in the football game as a running back right. 2 tight ends. They send a man in motion back to the interior. Cockrell looking into the end zone. The pass. Dennis Jones. Tennessee with a 2-point conversion. And the Volunteers explode to a 14-point edge. What's happening elsewhere? Bob Bell is ready to tell us.
These scores, Ole Miss and TCU early in the third quarter. Ole Miss is leading by a score of 14-3. It is early in the fourth quarter, and this is correct. Florida 70, West Texas State 14. Auburn in the middle of the third quarter leads Georgia Tech 17-0. And Miami of Florida has taken a 3-0 lead over Mississippi State. And Georgia defeated Vanderbilt by a score of 27-13. John?
7:21 to go in the game. Tennessee leads Alabama 35-21 at Knoxville. Here comes LeVay. Here's the kick. Long and hard, and it will be Caruth pulling it down at the goal line. 5, 10, 15, outside to the 20, and he's tackled as he gets just barely past the 20-yard line. Alabama puts the ball in play after the 21-yard return by Caruth at the 21-yard line. Alabama has put the ball in play in this game 8 times at its 20. This virtually at the 20 for the 9th possession. The Tide, which led 21-13 at halftime, now trails 35-21. They trail by 14. Tennessee in a 5-man front. Man in motion is Patrick. Back to throw is Lewis. Toss downfield is going to be incomplete, out of bounds. Joey Jones, the intended receiver. Pressure from the right side. My guess would be it was Mike Cofer who comes barreling over, a back blocking in there for Lewis. And Lewis had to get rid of that football quickly, which he did, and he threw it out of bounds across the way. And so it will come back to the 20. They break the wishbone. They got a slot man left. And now Lewis takes a straight drop to throw. Lewis waiting, being pressured. Screen downfield is complete. Pull down at the 25. With the ball, Moore to the 30. Moore runs out of bounds to the football, stopping the clock at the 39-yard line. Under pressure from the rear by Jenkins. Tennessee almost got to Lewis, but he is very, very difficult to stop. To cage, I guess is the word, Bill. And so Alabama has moved from a first down out to its 39-yard line.
Alabama is still holding their cool in there pretty good, Don. There's a lot of time left. This game's not nearly over yet.
7 minutes, 3 seconds to go. Alabama to the line. On first down, they send a man in motion left. The give is to the fullback, and Moore turns through the right side of the line. He carries the ball to the 40. He moves on to the 45. He is tackled as he bangs his way out to the 48-yard line of the Crimson Tide. Joe Cofer and Mike Terry make the tackle for Tennessee. It'll be very close to a first down, but maybe just a bit short, about a yard, actually. So the Tide will have it, trailing 35-21. Second down and a yard to go. Minutes, 35 seconds to go in the contest. Alabama to the line. Back to the wishbone they go. Tennessee jumps into a 5-man line. Back to throw is Lewis on second down. Long pass downfield. The man is there. The pass is incomplete. It was tipped by Tennessee's Lee Jenkins. Jones reached for the deflection. It falls to the turf. Incomplete. 6:25 to go. Handoff to the left halfback. He's got a first down, moving on to the plus side of the field, past the midfield stripe down to the Tennessee 47. That was Lenny Patrick carrying the ball. He was tackled by Mike Castile, the senior from Maryville. Racing on for Tennessee comes Chris Wampler. Defensively for the Volunteers, he'll be replacing. Break the wishbone. They've got a slot man left. Lewis taking a straight drop to throw. With time, now being pressured. Now Lewis has got to be running at the ball. Gets to the 50, cuts back to the 45, and is tackled. Tennessee had him pretty well hemmed in. A Volunteer is injured on the play. It is Reggie White who is down on the play at the 45-yard line. Duane Henry was the man who finally caught up and stopped the darting Lewis as he gains on the play 3 yards. But the big thing is that he avoided being thrown for about a 15-yard loss. Great performer. Walter Lewis. 5:55 to go in the football game. Wishbone, Alabama. Lewis at quarterback. Lewis on the option to the near side. Wants to pitch, will run instead. Gets the block. Grin through a block to the 40. Down to the 35, to the 30, to the 25, to the 20. He's trying to go all the way. Lewis scores on a great run by Lewis. There's a penalty marker down at the goal line. There's a penalty marker down at the goal line. Make it back at the 3-yard line. Could have been a clip against Alabama. Great run by Lewis on the option to the near sideline. Penalty marker down. And the touchdown will be nullified. The penalty will be stepped off from the point of infraction, which was the 3. And it will be left and right. Tennessee in a 5-man front. This is Lewis. Lewis on a give to Moore, and Moore pounds over the right side of the line. And the big fullback winds it out, ramming the ball inside the 15, down to about the 14-yard line. He was tackled by Mike Coker and by Steve Clues. Gain of 4. It will be 2nd down and 6. Back in for Tennessee at tackle is Reggie White. And so up Alabama. Wishbone. Tennessee feigning a blitz. It's Lewis on the option of the right side. Turns the corner at the 10. Floats his way to the 5. Pitches it back to the trailer. Touchdown Alabama. Lenny Patrick. Lewis made the play, stringing them out. And just as he was being wrestled down at the 4-yard line, he pitched the ball to the trailing Lenny Patrick. And Patrick scampers into the end zone for the Alabama touchdown. It was Lewis at the controls. What a job he did. And so Alabama, with now 5 minutes and 4 seconds left to go in the football game, right back in this contest. It's Tennessee leading by a score of 35-27. Him to attempt it. The difference is now 8. Holding will be Field. Snap down. The kick is in the air. The kick is good. And so, with 5 minutes, 4 seconds left to go, Tennessee's lead over Alabama is narrowed from 35-21 to 35-28. This drive goes 80 yards in 8 plays, 4 minutes, 4 seconds, and there are now 5 minutes and 4 seconds left to go in the game. So, Bill Anderson, as you said a moment ago, there's lots of time left. And Sanders will be kicking off. Tennessee with 5 men up front, 4 standing back. There's 5 at the 50, 4 at the 45. Here is Sanders. He's going to kick it long. It will go deep. It's Willie Gall pulling it down at the 3, 5, 10, 15, 20. Gall lowers his head and digs it out to the 22. Then a penalty marker is dropped. Penalty marker dropped as Tennessee might have had a clip away from the ball. I don't know. The return is good for 19 yards. Tackle made by Paul Caruth. The score in the football game, Tennessee 35, Alabama 28. The clock shows now 5 minutes and 4 seconds to go. There is a clip against Tennessee on the play. Alabama jumping around on defense, trying to unnerve Tennessee. The ball's with a single running back, Tolles behind Cockrell. Cockrell with a long count. Handoff Tolles, dives forward for 3 yards. Moves the ball out close to the 14. Tackled by Rodriguez. And the clock is running with 4 minutes and 49 seconds to go. And some 95,342 fans at Cleveland Stadium in Knoxville, 12,500 of whom are Alabama fans shouting defense, defense, defense. The rest shouting Bill Tolles, the lone running back behind the Tennessee quarterback. 2 tight ends in the football game, 2 flankers left and right. Handoff Tolles, banging through the right side of the line. He powers the ball out to the 17 where he is tackled. It was Robbie Jones and Jackie Klein on the tackle for the Tide. So now, with 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the football game, Tennessee leading by a score of 35-28. The Vols will have it third down. Two tight ends, single running back, Cockle the quarterback. Cockle's going to look to throw. Here comes the blitz. Cockle throws the ball downfield, pulled down. Taken at the 20 by Kenny Jones to the 25. Jones to the 30. It's Jeff Smith carrying the ball out to the 30-yard line. Tennessee anticipated the blitz. And then, as Cockle took a deeper drop, he looped the ball out to Jeff Smith. I knew it was a tight end. I apologize for having the wrong one. Jones and Smith were both in there. It was Smith, the sophomore from Milan, Tennessee, who has made the catch and given Tennessee the first down. The clock continues to tick down. The second, 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the game. The Volunteers lead Alabama by a score of 30-man line. Tennessee splitting the running backs. They have single coverage on all of the receivers. Cockle, handoff. This is Coleman, and Coleman fights for a yard. That's it. Edwards and Lowe tackle him. The Vols come with 3 wide outs, Bill Anderson, all of them single cover.
That's right, John. Of course, right now Tennessee is concerned about trying to run the clock down as far as they can, but you can't afford to get too conservative and have to give the ball up because they're only 7 points ahead.
Alabama stays in a 6-man line. Single coverage on 3 wide outs. Running back split for Tennessee. Ball rests at the 31. Handoff Coleman. No, nothing there. Change it. Furnace carried the ball. And Alabama jumps in to use a timeout. The Tide now with 1 timeout left. Maybe 1 timeout left. We'll double check with our stats. But Tennessee has 9 yards to go on third down. Cockle for the Vols. Rolling to the right. Will keep the ball and spin forward for a gain of 2 yards. And now Tennessee will let the clock count down. They might even let it count all the way. Alabama player says that he is injured, and the clock has been stopped with 2 minutes and a second to go. Snapping will be Rumsey. There's the snap. It's high. The punt by Colquitt is away. A number. Pulling that ball down at the 30-yard line will be Alabama. He gets back to the 40, and he's tackled at the 40-yard line. As White returns it, Colquitt didn't hit it that well, and he is disgruntled. 38 yards on the punt, 9 yards on the return. 1:30 to go in the football game. Alabama without a timeout, trailing 35-28. Alabama needs a touchdown, of course. The field goal is of no real significance at this point. The Vols lead by 7. Alabama's going to go to the shotgun. Flankers left and right. Slotmen left and right. Movement, snap, people moving all over the field. I think the right tackle for Alabama moved, and Tennessee reacted. But let's shotgun. Tennessee in a 5-man rush. Lewis, ever dangerous. Back to throw. Good protection. Pass down and out. Incomplete at the 40-yard line of Alabama. It was intended for Lenny Patrick, covering for Tennessee freshman Joe Cover. Clock stop with 1:26 to go in the football game. Tennessee 35, Alabama 28 at Knoxville. The ball rests at the Tide 35, equidistant between the Tide boundaries. The fans begin to chant defense. Tennessee in a 4-man front, a virtual prevent defense against the Tide. Here's Lewis, again dropping to throw. Time, long pass downfield, the man is there, the pass is watered down. It was knocked down, intended for Carter. Defending for Tennessee, Vince Clark, who left-handed it down as Carter had broken free, but I think, Bill, that Clark was playing the ball, and he had pretty good range, and he flipped it down incomplete, stopping the clock with 1:20. Bill?
Yeah, he did a good job, Don, getting to it. Of course, he had a double coverage. He's playing back there real deep. They certainly don't want to get hit with the bomb right now.
Third down, 15 yards to go for Alabama. Tennessee 35, Alabama 28. 1:20 to go in the game. Lewis for the Tide. Big play. Lewis is going to roll to the near side. Lewis is looking. Lewis is running to the 40. Is knocked out of bounds as he gets to the 42-yard line. Stopping the clock short of the first down. And so Alabama will have it 4th down. With 1:12 to go, the clock is stopped with the out-of-bounds play. And they'll haul it in from the near side and mark it at the 43-yard line. Alabama 4th down and 7. 4th and 7 for the Crimson Tide. They're out of timeout. And so, man defensive line. Tennessee training the blitz. Jumping around. Here, back to throw is Lewis. Lewis looking across the middle. The pass is complete. Pulled down to midfield with the football, Alabama to the 48. It's Lenny Patrick who's then tackled. And Alabama, after making the first down to stop the clock, will have its first down and 10 to go. He was tackled by Bill Bates and Mike Cofer. So now the Tide with 1 minute and 4 seconds to go in the football game, lining up without a huddle. After the ball is marked, the clock will be started. 64 seconds remaining in the game. Now the clock is running. Less than a minute to go. Tennessee 35, Alabama 28. Back to throw is Lewis. Lewis waiting. Drops it out into the right flat. Pulled down by Big Moore, who stepped out of bounds with the football, stopping the clock again at the Tennessee 47-yard line. Bill Bates over there forcing him out of bounds as the Vols had the deep receivers covered. And so on a safety valve of sorts, it was Walter Lewis flipping the ball into the right flat to Ricky Moore, who strides out of bounds with it after a pickup on the play of right at a yard. It will be second down and 9. 53 seconds to go in the football game. Tennessee leads Alabama by the Tide breaking the bone. Quarterback is Lewis. Lewis again fighting to throw. Lewis waiting, being pressured. Pass across the middle is incomplete. Dropped at the 42-yard line by Lenny Patrick. He was well covered by Joe heading of the game. The Tide with the ball at the Tennessee 47-yard line. Lewis dropping to throw. Being pressured. Lewis standing. Long pass downfield is complete. Pulled down by Bendros, who makes it get to the 25. Bendros out to the 20. Steps out of bounds as he gets inside to the Tennessee 17-yard line. With 37 seconds left to go, Alabama has hit with a delay route dragging through the middle came Bendros. And he gets the ball to the 17, where Alabama will have it first down and 10 to go. Tennessee in a 6-man rush. Now they jump into a 5-man line. Back to throw off play action is Lewis. Looking into the end zone. The pass down there is incomplete. Knocked down by Lee Jenkins in the end zone. 25 seconds left to go in the football game. It was intended for Bendros. Alabama will have the ball third down. And 10 yards to go at the Tennessee 17-yard line. Both teams have battled all the way. And Alabama using the clock. Goes one flanker wide left. Comes Bendros. Back to throw is Lewis. Lewis looking, being pressured, pass down into the end zone. It is intercepted, Tennessee. Intercepted on the deflection by Mike Perry. 17 seconds to go, and Mike Perry intercepts the pass in the end zone on the deflection. And the crowd goes berserk. Intercepted an Alabama pass in the end zone. It was deflected by Lee Jenkins. It was intercepted by Mike Perry. And Tennessee's defense reacting so exuberantly might have caused an injury of one of the volunteer players down there. 17 seconds left to go in the football game. Tennessee leads Alabama 35-28. Cockrell falls on the ball. The seconds will tick down. There are now, ladies and gentlemen, 10 seconds to go. We're going to let you count it down as Tennessee will beat Alabama. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Final score, Tennessee 35, Alabama 28. We'll be back in 60 seconds after telling you the final score. Tennessee 35, Alabama 28.
As you might expect, it's a loud but happy test room. Mike Miller had a touchdown catch to put the Volunteers ahead. Mike, congratulations. I guess this was a win for the seniors especially.
Yes, thank you, Bob. You know, we've been here 4 or 5 years and never beaten Alabama. It's not good just to beat Alabama. I think it's great for the team to just get a win.
You went up against one of the better defensive secondaries in the country Saturday, and you guys really did a heck of a job.
Yes, we did. I think if we just utilize our offense with our 3 wide receivers, I don't think there's too many people that can cover us down after down. Sometime later, we're going to get a long one on them.
Tell us about your touchdown catch.
It was just a simple hook and go pattern. We have been hitting them with the little short passes all day, and we decided to just give a little fake to the short one and go deep with it.
And it worked?
Yeah, it worked.
Tennessee running back Chuck Coleman went over 100 yards. He was a key in the game. Chuck, congratulations. Tell us about the offensive running attack.
We're starting to play more as a unit. I think our offense came together much today. Really started last week when we played LSU, and I say it's a good win for us. It's a lot of things we can correct on, but still, I think the running game did pretty good today.
Offensive line for the Volunteers was one of the keys in the game. Steve Knight is with us, and Steve, I don't think the Tennessee team has played better fundamentally than you did today offensively.
Yes, basically, I think everybody went out there and gave it a great effort, and everybody did everything right for a team.
It seemed like you knew exactly what Alabama was going to do, and you blocked it effectively.
That's exactly right. You know, we just finally got our game plan together starting last week, you know, and sort of worked hard during the week, and we just came out the ball. We knew we had to come and get them, you know, and they wasn't going to be that much better than LSU, so we came out there and took the attack to them early.
What opened it up offensively on the ground, especially in the second half?
Well, I basically think, you know, right before the half started, we started running a lot of draw plays, you know, which opened up the running game and showed Alabama we could run and pass, you know, so it sort of made them adjust their defense where we could bust right open on the bubbles.
The only senior starting member of the Tennessee offensive line, David James. And Dave, this has got to be a good victory for you. You've waited a long time for this one.
I've waited 4 years for this one. It might be the greatest victory I've had in my life, counting for every year I've played. And I think everyone on the team can say this is the best victory we've had.
It was a confident team all week long. You guys knew you could win it, didn't you?
We finally came together as a team in LSU. We after playing so bad at Washington State. And we had to have confidence as good as they are. Being the #2 team in the country, we had to play over our heads to win it, and I think we did.
After watching them play Penn State, it was impressive to see that Alabama never got to conquer really today.
I'd say that, you know, that's on our part. We worked hard for it all week long. We worked Monday night, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday on it. And that was our goal for the week, not to have any sacks. And I'm not sure if they had any or not, and I'm happy for it.
In 1978, defensive tackle Chris Wampler gained 395 yards as a single-wing tailback at Lenore City High School. Chris, how does that game compare to this one?
Well, I tell you, this game's a lot better, you know, than that game. It was against our arch rival at the time, but I tell you what, this game, there's nothing better.
As a senior, this has to be especially sweet for you.
Right, you know, this is what I came to Tennessee for, and we're leaving out a winner against Alabama, and it's super.
The defensive effort today was outstanding. Second week in a row, really.
Right, you know, we played good really 3 weeks in a row. We played good against Washington State, and then LSU, and then now Alabama, and you couldn't ask for any more out of a defense.
Two senior members of the defensive secondary, Lee Jenkins, Bill Bates. Lee had the big last play, the deflection in the end zone. Congratulations, Lee.
Thank you very much, Bob. I just saw the ball up in the air and went for it, and just glad I could get my hands on it, even though I got the breath knocked out of me on the last play. It was just a great victory for the school and the state of Tennessee, and I'm just glad to be a part of it.
You really made two big plays back-to-back. The play before that, you got a hand on it.
Yeah, I just thank the Lord for that. You know, I saw the ball up in the air, and I just used every bit of talent in my body to get to it and knock it down. I just realized, you know, this is not the time to lay back. You know, they had a chance of beating us or possibly tying the game up, and I just didn't want it to happen. And I just tried to make a big play, and unfortunately, I got my hands on the ball.
Congratulations, Lee.
Thank you very much, Bob.
Bill, this is your fourth start against Alabama. You finally got him.
Oh yes, it's been a long time. You know, I've been raised as a Tennessean, and I've loved, you know, the games with Alabama, and I love playing against them. I've known that we could play against them, but it was just, you know, we came down to beating them today, and it was such a great feeling. You know, I think Lee played such a great ball game. You know, come back from being injured, not practicing a whole lot during the week, and making such key plays, man. Key plays that really helped us win that ball game. And I praise all the guys on this football team and all the coaches. And like Lee said, it's a great win for the state of Tennessee and school.
The defensive line played well too, kept pressure on Lewis.
Yeah, I tell you what, those guys, you know, have kept fighting, and they've never given up. And they've been around the quarterback all along, and Reggie and Chris, Mike and Steve, all the guys, Johnny, they've been fighting. They had never given up. And just like the secondary, when something went bad, we just, you know, said we're gonna rally from it, and we did it. And this is a great feeling. It's just been a great day for us.
Coach, as you said, there's nothing better than a victorious locker room. Bob Kessling reporting.